What's up, hunters? It's your boy Jack coming at you with another theory. Today, we're going deep. Finally, I'm going to take you guys on a deep dive as we pull desperately at one of the most enticing, lingering threads that the writers left dangling in front of our sexy faces. Yes, that's right. On this most glorious of April 1sts, we're finally going to uncover the mystery of the Stapler Queen. What's that? Some of you fake fans who haven't watched the show 16 trillion times don't know what I'm talking about? Well, I suppose that's to be expected. Just so we're all on the same page, I'll give the peons a reminder. It all starts in the season 14 finale, Moria. The super-duper Arch-Nephilim Jack Klein Winchester Rooney, son of Satan I, has become so overwhelmed by the lies and deceptions of humanity that he unintentionally curses the entire planet with the worst thing imaginable: forced honesty. With just a pair of pissed off words, the lad makes it impossible for anyone on Earth to tell lies. Obviously, this has wide-reaching consequences for mankind, and we get to see a bunch of tech nerds struggle to maintain order without the use of sweet, succulent fibs. However, amongst the chaos, there's one character in particular who stands out.
I am the Stapler Queen. I am the Stapler Queen. I am the Stapler Queen.
So what do we make of that? Well, clearly that woman felt compelled to snag herself as much stapler technology as she could get her hands on, and she felt entitled to such tech thanks to some sort of sovereign title she held. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, and frankly, gross. Perverts. I also know that others are thinking that this chick is just acting wacky because she's had her brain scrambled by Jack's curse. Except, you're fucking wrong, bitch! Remember, the Jack attack wasn't meant to, turn people into some sort of inner character or anything. No, all it did was make it impossible to lie. If you ain't God, you can't tell a fib or distort the truth in any way whatsoever. Thus, ergo vis-a-vis concordantly, we're left to conclude, correctly, that this lady is in fact a Stapler Queen. But what's being a queen mean? Well, since this is supernatural we're talking about, the only, and I mean only, logical answer is that she's some sort of inhuman creature masquerading as a regular woman so that she can feed upon the flesh, blood, or buttholes of mankind. Now, we never heard about any sort of stapler-related monsters in the show. However, based on her status as a queen, there's a few ways that I could see this working. Numero 1. This chick is the source of all staplers on Earth. She is their mother, and she generates them from her own body, just as human women spawn flesh children from somewhere. Now, we do know that there's some precedent for something like this happening in the show. Eve, the mother of monsters, got her name because she's capable of spewing worm creatures from her face hole and sending them out to terrorize mortal man. So maybe the Stapler Queen can do something similar? It's a cool and creepy idea, but it raises the obvious question of why La Queen would be collecting her children during her truth spell. If these mechanized monster minions are truly meant to munch on man meat, then wouldn't their mother want to disperse them rather than gather them? It don't make no sense. And this is where theory number B comes in. What if, instead of creating the staplers create her? When we see her, the queen appears to be made of flesh and blood, but that's just her larval stage before she's collected enough staplers. Once she's amassed a large enough horde of mini-machines, our gal will bind them to her bio-body, absorbing and integrating their technology into herself, just as staplers merge one piece of construction paper to another, until finally, she's evolved into a cybernetic superorganism of nearly unstoppable might. I'm not gonna lie, that's really scary. In fact, it's so spooky that I couldn't even finish writing the script without sucking on my thumb. And now, I have a taste for human flesh. Thanks, Supernatural. Luckily for us meat creatures, everything in the show has a weakness. So, difficult as it may be to believe, smashing these techno-monsters isn't impossible. Unfortunately, we're never given any in-universe lore on how to defeat killer machines. So, we have to turn to the next best thing, the internet. According to the always helpful, totally accurate, and not at all irritating AI overview, staplers can be fatally smushed under enough pressure, most notably by the force generated by something like a hydraulic press. Wait a minute. Cybernetic killer vulnerable to hydraulic press? Oh lord, it's worse than we thought. So, in conclusion, this one random scene with a seemingly innocuous character and a throwaway line actually contains our only warning of an unimaginable threat hiding in plain sight, a nightmarish horror, possibly from the future, lying in wait in the present. Well, actually, I guess it would be the past, since this episode aired and probably takes place on April 25th, 2019, whereas now it's April 1st, 2025. So that's the present. I see through your tricks, Supernatural. You won't fool me. Whatever. The machines are coming, and leading the legions of Deathbots will be a queen, mighty and terrible, her swing-lined body stained red with the blood of fools whose live stories she's stapled shut for good. But what do you guys think? Let me know with a comment. Thanks for watching. Happy April Fool's Day. There'll be a real video on Thursday.